Hey, welcome back to my channel. I'm Courtney. I am author of Feminine Archetypes. I'm an archetypal embodiment coach and also a divine feminine priestess. And today I want to talk about activating your inner queen. And if you were doing these 7 things, then it's definitely a sign that it's time to tap into your queen. So let's get started. First off, let's talk about how would you define a queen? When you think of queen, what comes to mind, right? I know for me, like the first thing is Queen Elizabeth, but it's not really the queen that we're going for when we talk about our inner queen. A queen is someone who is sovereign. She retains the rights to her power, right? She's not giving it away. She is the sole decision maker. A queen is a leader. She's a visionary. She is somebody who is a protector, right? She runs a household or a queendom, a kingdom, and she looks out for her people, and she makes the most aligned decisions for herself and for others, right? Because she's got a crowd to take care of. So when we talk about our inner queen, right, this archetype within us that is regal, that is royal, that is a leader, right? When we talk about the divine feminine aspects of this, right, a queen takes aligned action. A queen is in touch with her intuition. She might be asking others for advice, but really her decisions come down to, okay, what is the best for me and the people that I need to support, right? She's not being manipulated by outside sources. She is heart-centered, and she's making decisions from this divinely aligned place, right? So a queen is intuitive. She's taking action. She's not somebody who is like daydreaming. I have all of these things. I just wish, I'm just going to wish them into manifestation. Like, no, she's getting shit done. A queen is a boss, right? And she knows what she's got to do. And she's also, she can also delegate tasks. A queen understands that she doesn't have to do everything. She doesn't have to shoulder all of the burden by herself. She can ask for help, right? She can say, this is my vision, this is what I need, and delegate that, right? And do it in like a loving manner, not a manipulative way, right? So when we work with archetypes, we're talking about the most divinely aligned aspect. So goddesses that come to mind for me are Inanna, Ishtar, Isis, Persephone, even Lakshmi. I consider a queen. She's goddess of luxury, beauty, wealth, prosperity, right? So when we talk about, this inner queen, and you can even just take a few minutes here and just close your eyes, right? Pause this video and ask yourself, what does my inner queen feel like? And for me, when I close my eyes, I'm like already sitting up straighter, right? When I talk about queen, I am like, all right, here I am. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to make decisions. It's usually, my queen is like right on point. Like if I'm struggling, I'm like, okay, what's the best course of action? What am I having trouble deciding between? I activate my inner queen, right? And I tune in to that place within and say, all right, queen, what do I need to do? What course of action do I need to take? And the answer is instantaneous usually. And it comes from this like divinely aligned, this is what you need to do, right? And it's like, okay, so let's do this. And my queen has never steered me wrong, right? Your intuition, that inner wisdom, you have that for a reason, right? But we've lost sight of how to trust that. We've lost sight of, is this really right? We question that part of ourselves. And to align with that inner queen, there's no questioning. It is just full trust and faith that she knows best, right? She is not going to steer you wrong because she is divinely aligned. So what are the 7 things? If you're doing these 7 things, right, this is when you need to activate your inner queen. So number 1, if you're struggling with confidence, if, you're having low self-esteem, listen, I've been there. I get it, right? Like I still have days where like, oh, is my writing good enough? Is what I'm saying, like, connecting with people? I don't know if I should say this, or I don't want to piss people off, or like, just like, I don't feel good, right? If you're struggling with confidence, you're struggling with self-esteem, that is when you really need to work with your inner queen, okay? Number 2 is asking others for advice. Excuse me. So when we're programmed to search outside of ourselves for the answers, right? We turn to our parents, our elders, our mentors, like, what do I do, right? But really, you know the answer. You're just seeking that external validation. And, you know, activating that inner queen, you recognize, like, okay, wait, I know exactly what needs to get done. You know, like I talked about, just sitting there for a moment and being like, okay, queen, what do I need to do? What's the decision that needs to be made here? What is my next steps? What is that aligned action, right? And waiting and receiving that answer. So, if you're constantly asking for others for advice, right, and you're just feeling lost and confused and you don't know which way to go, let's activate your inner queen. Number 3 is if you're cut off from your intuition, right? And this kind of ties into everything that I'm saying, but it's you seeking that external validation, right? And you don't trust yourself. You're not trusting your intuition. You're not trusting that deep body wisdom, right? Our bodies, like, it's insane what our unconscious picks up on and is aware of, right? When we get those gut feelings like, ooh, I really should not go to this on this date, or I don't want to accept this job, or, you know, I dread every time I have to go see this friend or talk to this friend, whatever it is, right? When we get those signs, we get those intuitive hits, but we're not trusting them, right? That's when we need to activate our inner queen. Number 4, if you are giving away your power, you're giving it to others and you're constantly feeling drained, right? You are letting people talk over you. You are letting people just kind of walk all over you, take advantage of you, manipulate you. That is when we need to step into our sovereignty. That is when we need to reclaim our power. And that is when we need to take the throne, right? And say enough is enough. And this ties into number 5 is if you do not have boundaries, right? Because that's a lot of what's happening is when you are constantly, you're giving and giving and giving, right? We're just nurturing by nature, right? We like to give. We like to help others. But when we're doing it so much, right, that we're not giving to ourselves and we are just draining ourselves and we have nothing left over for us, right? Not doing the self-care, not doing self-love practices, whatever it is. If we don't have those boundaries, right, that's when we need to activate our inner queen to establish those boundaries and learn when to say no. No is a complete sentence. You can say no. It's okay to say no, right? When you get those intuitive hits and you're like, I really don't want to do this. I don't want to say yes. I don't want to commit to this. I don't know how I feel about this, right? Trust those intuitive hits, set the boundaries and say no, right? And your inner queen can help you with this. Number 6, if you're not taking action in your life, right? I am a Pisces. I spent most of my life daydreaming, right? Like sometimes I love living in the clouds. I love fantasizing. I love just kind of escaping into this alternate reality, right? But there's like a fine line. Like, you can daydream all you want, but are you doing it to escape your current reality or, you know, to avoid things or, you know, to not take action? So if you're not taking aligned action on your dreams, we all have dreams. We all have goals. We all want more for ourselves. We all want a better life, right? But you can daydream all you want, but the queen teaches us to take action towards those dreams, to take the small steps, right? Set the foundation. And like, you know, what's one step that I can do today towards my dreams, right? The queen can help us with that. Our inner queen knows the way. She knows the path forward, right? Because she's aligned. She trusts her intuition. So if you constantly find yourself in your head, you have, you know, the vision board, you have it all laid out, you journal about it all the time, like you're writing down your manifestations, but you're not taking action on those, You need the queen. And then the 7th thing, if you are not speaking up, if you are not speaking your truth, or if you are having blocks with your throat chakra, right? You're not speaking up because, one, you don't want to hurt people's feelings, or, you're just afraid of being judged, or being like taken the wrong way, or being misinterpreted, or, you're just you don't have boundaries, and you just let people say whatever they want, and you don't speak up for yourself and stand up for yourself, right? Then we need the queen. So what I'm offering you today is an archetypal activation. This is a 1-hour embodiment practice. So we go into that feminine energy of the queen. We work with that kundalini, that Shakti energy, right? To tap into what it means to be queen. And embodiment is all about coming out of our head, right? Because we all live up here a lot, right? And coming back to our body wisdom and activating the queen from this place, right? Coming up from within. And the more we tune in to that energy, the more we tune into our inner queen, the more we can set boundaries for ourselves, the more we can take aligned action towards our dreams, the more we can speak our truth and speak up and be authentic, the more we can trust our intuition, right? The more we work with this inner queen, the more empowered, the more confident, and the more unstoppable we feel. And that really is what the queen is all about. So if I will put a link down below, if you're interested in the archetypal activation to activate and embody your inner queen, this is an energetic experience. And I'm right there with you, guiding you through it. And we're just opening the doors, right? Especially if you're struggling with confidence and self-esteem, and you just feel lost and confused. Let's do the work, right? Let's jump in. Let's tap into this inner queen and what your queen feels like to you, right? Because it's going to be different for everybody. And that way you can easily and confidently make decisions, take back your power, set those boundaries, and become an active participant in your life. So if you're interested, the link's down below. Let me know how this resonates. Leave your comments. I love hearing from all of you, and let me know, what does the queen mean to you? What does it feel like when you embody your queen? So sending you so much love, and I will see you next week.